see how this is going to go. Well, we'll do it like this. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Okay. 5 días! 5 días! ¿Qué es lo que no entiende que dije 5 días? That's how the middle of the best trip of my life was going. I love international travel, and I love international adventures. Now, it wasn't enough that I was backpacking for 6 weeks in Colombia by myself. I had to go on a 29-mile trek up to La Ciudad Perdida, the lost city. Yeah, it's an ancient city that's about 650 years older than Machu Picchu, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Basically, I wanted to go because I'd seen lots of reviews online saying, what did they say? I quote, "It's amazing, the most beautiful journey of my life, an experience you'll never forget. Probably the greatest challenge and accomplishment of my travels." Now, the tour can be done in 4, 5, or 6 days, and everybody said, don't do it in 4, 5 days. You can't go too fast. You won't see anything. Do it in 5. Okay, I'm set. I go to Colombia, a couple of weeks in Bogota studying Spanish, a week in Medellin taking the Pablo Escobar tour. Then I take a flight to Santa Marta. Great. I get to my hostel, the Dreamer Hostel. They have a big pool owned by Italians, and I carb up on spaghetti carbonara, and I made sure I asked the front clerk, manager, should I take the 4-day tour or the 5-day tour? Oh no, 5. Okay, I'm set. The next morning, I'm sitting with this Canadian redhead, about my age. He's taking the tour too, and our guide is about 45 minutes late. Jorge, our guide, finally shows up. So he's a small, slight man, dark tan, missing teeth, and he smells like a drunk. But it's okay, we're in Colombia. So we get into the van, it's pretty much empty, and like, where is everybody? Oh, no, we'll meet with other people. Great. We pay him the 600,000 pesos, which is... 600,000 pesos, which is about $320. And how many days do you want to do the tour? 5, the Canadian. 5. Great. So we meet up with the 3 other people that are with another tour, Magic Tours. It's an Aussie woman, they're everywhere, and a couple of an Irish couple. So we start the ascent. The first day is 5 miles. I'm falling behind already, because they're like in their late 20s, early 30s, and I'm not. So I'm feeling like I'm not going to put up with this, and I keep trying and trying to go. We go to our first rest stop. Everyone's commenting how red I am. They feed us some watermelon. And Miguel, the other tour guide, is like, how many days? 5. 5. 5. Got that? So we finally get to the first, I'm falling, slipping, I'm like the fat girl in gym class. And we get to the first cabaña, and I'm exhausted, and all I can do is sit there, stare at the jungle, and think, I hope I haven't made a mistake. Dinner comes, and after dinner, Miguel pulls out a map. I'm the translator. This is the tour that you've done. You guys are very fast. You can get this done in 4 days, and then you have time in Tirona to go to the beach. No, I read all about it. I want to do it in 5 days. Otherwise, we won't enjoy it. Not sure if everybody agrees. They're like, yeah, great, that's cool, because Declan was keeping stride and keeping pace, even left his girlfriend behind, so he felt really confident. The next day, I realize I'm being dragged up to La Ciudad Perdida in 4 days. I'm looking down at rocks and tree roots and little passages with like against the mountain, dropping with like the cliffs, dropping, knowing I'm not in America because there's no safety ledge, there's no guardrail, and it's up to me. So I'm just looking down for hours. My group is gone. I'm feeling delirious. I'm tired. I want to die. I want to kill people. I'm looking down at the rocks, and they look worn like pillows, and I'm just placing my feet wherever they land, and I think if I fall, the rocks will catch me. It'll be okay. And I'm realizing I'm not okay, but there's nothing I can do, and I'm now going to La Ciudad Perdida alone with my drunk guide, Jorge. When we finally get up to the cabaña that we're going to spend the night, I am so angry, and Miguel is like, ¿Cómo estás? And I was like, tired. That night at dinner, he pulls out the map again. He's explaining the rest of the tour, which is basically 2 hours to La Ciudad Perdida. I no longer speak Spanish. Jorge is asking me why I'm so upset, so I tell him, 5 días, 5 días, ¿quién entendiste de 5 días? So he tells tells me we'll do it in 5 days. Yeah, we'll go down in 3. And I was like, no, the trek is 3 up, 2 down. No one cares. It's time for me to go to sleep. My knees are killing me. What did I do wrong? Where was I unclear? How did I get here? This is impossible. I can't do this. And halfway through my trip, finally I fall asleep, and the next morning, clarity. This is not Machu Picchu. Most of the reviews said it's really the trek that's amazing. The site is pretty underwhelming. I'm gonna get out of here in 2 days, and the only way I'm gonna do that is if I rest my knees for the 4 hours that I would have taken. Oh my God, I can make a decision. I have a choice in the middle of the jungles of Colombia. Jorge's not happy. No vas a ir a la ciudad perdida, because he might get in trouble with his job or something, I don't know. And then the Aussie girl is like, Ruth, we've come such a long way. It's just 2 hours. Let's do it together. I was like, don't pretend we're a group. Go have a good time. At lunch, everybody comes back. They don't look excited, and I'm pleased. The redheaded Canadian is like, listen, I'll go down the 3 days with you. I'm like, what? You can go down in 3 days. I'm getting out of here in 2. And the last day, 7 to 8 hours, 100% humidity going downhill. I thought I was gonna die again, but I got used to that feeling. But I got so angry, murderous, homicidal feelings about Jorge and Miguel, and I felt my life energy drain from me, and I couldn't afford it because I wanted to collapse, but it wasn't an option. And I didn't have another 80,000 to have a mule bring me out. And I remembered when I ran a marathon, when these strangers would call out my name or my number, Ruth, you're doing great, you can do it. I felt refueled by their encouragement. The only option I had to keep going, because there's no one around me, is to look at the rocks and the bushes and the trees and the donkey dung and hear them saying, Ruth, you can do it. You're great. You're doing amazing. I swear to you, whenever I felt tired, I was just in a delusion that helped me keep going. And we finally got to the end, hours and hours, and then I hated everyone again. I felt pleased because Declan, the guy who was all gung-ho, was limping and felt sick to his stomach, and I got to say, well, you wanted to do it in 4 days. But I got to my lost city, back to where I was at the very beginning. And this trip made me realize I was capable of so much more than I thought, but it is really not about the destination. It is all about the journey. Thank you.